Now, WNWY reports across the globe from What's News with You, with comedians Josh Johnson and Ashley Gavin, and you, our reporters in the field. What's News with You?
This is a huge day for me.
Yeah, it's a pretty big deal.
It's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Well, so I'm getting the sense, and I don't know if I should, that it's maybe a slightly bigger deal for Ashley than for Josh.
No. I just express myself differently.
And I'm getting the sense that Hank might be disappointed.
No. No, I express myself differently. Okay. So it's not that don't take any one thing as like we're just
Josh,
getting to know each other.
You ungrateful piece of shit.
No, I'm very excited.
We should be groveling.
I've watched for years.
Okay.
I've watched for so long, and very specific videos that usually I'll know nothing about, and then I'll watch your video on it, and then I'll feel like I know something. In fact, I'll repeat what you said to other people like I found out myself.
You did find out yourself. This is the only way that people know things, is they listen to each other. I'm also going to hold up an SM7B just to my
yes,
lip,
hell yeah.
So
hold up that hair
dryer. It's not plugged
dryer.
into anything, but it just feels like
yeah.
this vibe.
Yeah. Honestly, it's not until we've seen you do it that we realize how crazy this looks.
It's very dumb. It's very stupid.
This is actually... Oh, wait. You know how like if somebody does an impression of you, but it's too good?
Yo, I got a DM. Look at this. Look at this DM. Speaking of that I got today. Someone tagged me in this, which was so disheartening.
Do you have a mimic on the Instagram?
Not a mimic on the Instagram, but someone wrote, and I'll show this to you in a second, Hank, and I'll send it to Alex for the episode, but today's theme day was Adam Sandler. But someone pointed out I just look like Ashley Gavin. And then I don't know if you're able to see this, but this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
Oh no.
Very upsetting.
Ashley, do you want to know another terrible thing that happened to you?
Oh no.
So this morning I said, oh my God, it's finally happening. I'm going to be on Ashley and Josh's podcast. I said this to my wife as we're entering the Pilates studio, and she's like, oh, Josh Johnson, geez. And which one is Ashley Gavin? And I was like, she's the one that like wears the backwards baseball cap. And she said, oh, is she the one who looks just like Jim Carrey?
Oh my fucking God. And you know what's even worse about that is there's a different lesbian who does that.
That's a different, yes.
Yeah.
That's another person. Yeah, her name is Heather Shaw. Yeah.
Yes. Heather's very funny.
Wait, are you a Heather Shaw fan and you thought you were doing Heather Shaw's podcast?
Man.
No, I knew who you were. In fact, I've been catfished through podcast invitations before, and I did not believe that you guys wanted me to be on. Like, I kept like doing second checks. I was like, who that? Like, I just didn't want to get you to like steal my password or something.
Well, this is so exciting to be here with you, and I am Heather Shaw, and this is Josh Johnson. And you are on What's News with You.
Oh. You had started, and I did not catch up, and that is my bad.
What's News with You?
Nailed it. Alex will sync it later.
The new show.
Wait, all at the same time.
What's News with You?
Perfect.
The new show about everything that's not in the news. If this thing that's happening is not in the news, you're probably going to find out about it here. If it is happening in the world and very important, we probably won't talk about it. We might talk about it by accident, but you
certainly
should know
not on purpose.
It is unintentional.
So much of this stuff in my head doesn't matter. You have any kids? Just things that happened on TikTok. You know,
yeah.
Just not like things that mattered is actually a pretty narrow slice of what goes into my brain in any given day.
I'll even ask you this, okay? Because I've been trying to distill my thoughts on it because it's come and gone, and we don't appreciate what a phenomenon it was in the new age. But missing the rapture, the fact that no one was raptured. And there were some TikToks talking very reckless.
They were selling their cars.
They were
putting instructional content on their homes just in case somebody wanted them.
they were literally
I missed that.
making
That's funny.
TikToks that were exactly what you do when you leave the room before a party is over and you're like, I'm also never going to see these people again. Like if you really hated high school and there's a graduation party and then you're like, you know what? I never liked any of y'all. Y'all are the worst people on the entire, like on the planet. I hope I never meet people like y'all again. And then missing the rapture is like having to go back in that room for your keys.
Yes.
Like it's just, it's brutal. It's like these are the only people I've thought about since like September 23rd or wherever they said. I've been thinking about them for almost a week because I'm like, they're still here.
Yeah.
I wanted so bad to be able to bet against it. I was like, where's the betting market for not 10% of people just disappearing?
Oh, it exists.
Was it only supposed to be 10%?
Well, it's the true believers. I'm guessing that's not
think
most of us.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Is that how they justify it? Because it's sort of the same thing where I'm like, a few years ago, it was like the caravan. Everyone was concerned about the caravan of people coming over the Mexican border.
Yeah.
Every time something like this happens, I want to go and interview the people who believed it. Because they just seem to forget about it instantly. They should be held accountable for their crazy ideas. Why are we never holding people accountable for their crazy ideas?
I don't even think they forget. I think it's more just like they're able to. Okay, you ever try to start slow clap? That's essentially what they're doing. They get to try to. They get to try to start slow clap. Nobody else claps, and then they get to stop clapping and stand there like they weren't just clapping a minute ago. Yeah. Because like that's got to be a humbling day at work on Monday.
They don't seem it.
You got it with conspiracy theories. You really got to open end it. You can't have like there be a thing that definitely disproves your conspiracy theory. It's conspiracy theory 101. There's got to always be a way that somebody's covering it up and there's never a deadline. This is like everybody knows this and they like broke rule 1 of weird BS that you can shout about on the internet, which is that there was like a obviously disprovable moment.
Can I ask you if you have a favorite conspiracy theory? I feel like Hank's the right person for this.
I do have my favorite. Mine's really dumb.
I can't wait.
I don't even believe it, but it's that butterflies and caterpillars used to be 2 different animals, but then they became one animal. I don't know how exactly it happened.
I understand that one though. Yeah. I don't know how they got to be one, but they are very different.
They
actually couldn't be more different, and it's crazy that they're the same animal. They liquefy.
It's like if you made the movie Freaky Friday wrong. If you were like, they're gonna turn into each other, but like also they'll just be it's one person now.
Like there's like some crazy people in biology who like make this argument.
Oh, really? They're like actual scientists?
Yeah, well, not really. but there have been people who have proposed it, and there are people who try and fight for this hypothesis that butterflies and caterpillars were two different things. Somehow they merged together. They merged their genomes, and they did. There's no indication that this is actually the case, but I love it. I'd also love it if like octopus had space DNA in them or something like that stuff. Heck yeah.
But some things do have space DNA, right? Like they think that. Oh boy, here we go.
This is a wild way for you to find out. But don't they think
that that's my space? That's my conspiracy theory.
And you're like it's not even a theory. You're like genuinely like, whoa.
Not space DNA, but aren't there certain organisms that they're like, oh, this thing could live on a freaking asteroid, like hurtling? Yeah, right. Like those the little, what do they call them? The little bears.
Water bears, tardigrades.
Water bears, yeah. See, I know, Josh.
I know
things.
I don't think you don't know things.
Wow, the way you said that really feels like you think I don't know things.
There are some things you definitely know.
But anyway, I'm really glad you're here. I'm just like so stoked, and my sister is a massive fan. Well, do you have news?
My news, okay, all right.
I can do news if you want me to jump in.
I think you do news and then I'll do news.
Okay, that sounds good. My news, and I was hoping to talk to you about this specifically because you know so many things, is my cat is having renal failure. My cat is sick. Yeah, great start.
So from what I know of veterinary medicine, which is fairly limited, that's bad.
Well,
Look,
they don't call it renal success. It's
I
renal
do.
failure. Like, I knew it wasn't good.
but I also feel like Hank is having the appropriate response to finding this out from someone he just met. You know what I mean? It's like a, sorry.
I'm not really prepared to provide emotional support right now.
Well, I thought maybe you could talk about kidneys if you know anything about them, which you should. But no, it's just been a lot. Like, my cat, the good news is that he's acting fine, which is when you have renal failure in cats, it is actually more about, because cats hide things very well, but all the vets were looking at his numbers being like, it's kind of crazy that he's acting this well because his numbers are so bad, which as a lover of your cat, you're like, I don't want to hear that. Oh, he's, it's amazing that he's doing so well given that he's on death's door was sort of how it was like kind of phrased to me.
Yeah.
So we were in and out of like vet ERs. I went to this very nice ER where they let you stay with him. I was going in every day, just being in the room with him, working on my laptop, hanging out with him at the vet ER. Now he's home. They shaved his like ankles for the IV stuff that they were doing. So he is boots with the fur now, which I love. Singing that lyric to him.
Yeah.
All around the house.
Quietly and softly, like a dirge.
Yes. Yeah. Boots with the but that's my news is please send kidney tips for keeping your cat alive.
You know what we do with people is we just hook them up to a machine that does a lot of the kidney stuff for you.
Right, dialysis.
Yeah.
I feel like any pet, because it is very tough when a pet is sick or you lose a pet or anything. I've lost, pets before and stuff. And you know that you've been with an animal for a long time when it starts to have like people problems. You know what I mean? Like
It's
I remember
diabetes. That's for people.
Yeah. I remember my dog, my first dog, was starting to have a little bit of blindness and arthritis. And it was in a way that I was like, all right, some of these words you're saying aren't like sick dog. You know what I mean? There's a specificity here. It's like sciatica. What do you mean sciatica?
I think about it the opposite. I feel like whenever I start having things, I'm reminded of nature and mortality.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm having cat problems.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
I'm having animal problems.
That's what's that quote? It's like the well man has a million problems, the sick man has one, or something like that. Where it's just like, oh, now I'm just like a ball, like a bag of 30 trillion cells, and the cells aren't working together.
Yes. Yeah.
Now biology is happening to me, and then eventually physics is happening to you. And that's very bad.
Eventually physics is happening.
Yeah, because then the gravity pulls on like your face and your head and stuff.
When physics happens to a people, that's bad. Car accidents, that's when physics is happening to you.
Yeah.
I do feel I've been writing about it, and something that I have discovered through my writing, the feeling of losing a pet is so interesting as compared to losing, I lost my dad when I was 11. I've lost people in my life, but losing a pet feels really specific, and it feels like less control, because when you're losing a human, there's usually ritual around it. You kind of like know what's going to happen, and you can kind of get your bearings, and you can talk about it with that person, even if it's only a short while. Sometimes it's sudden, but you'll at least have a funeral and community.
This is one of my cancer jokes. Whenever you read in an obituary that someone died surrounded by their loved ones, they died of cancer. And whenever you, and that's actually quite nice, because when you die of heart disease, oftentimes you die surrounded by your carpet. Or
yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Great joke.
It's also like not only great joke, but also like it is a reminder that you never know where your heart gonna hit back.
It's just going the whole time. And if it stops, that's it.
Should we do your news or Hank's news?
Oh yeah, we could do my news.
What's news with you, Josh?
I saw a man. I was in Atlanta, right?
Nice.
And we were in mostly, the suburb of Atlanta proper and everything. But while walking to the venue, I saw a guy. I don't really know the context or anything, but I saw a guy do a backflip for his friends. And
love that. That's incredible news.
Yeah.
not only was it incredible, this guy looked a little old for it. So it was a victory for everyone.
Yeah.
Like, because his friends, because this guy
They
clearly,
looked like he couldn't land it. They were like, haha.
honestly, when I tell you this dude straight up, I don't know how old he was, but he looked 40. So already when I saw his knees bend a certain way, I was like, what is he about to do?
Yeah.
Then he jumped in the air, and I was like, I'm about to watch somebody crack their whole head open.
You see that video on Instagram.
And then this dude lands it perfectly. And his friends, it was almost like watching, you know those movies, kind of like a Freaky Friday, those movies where like people are like old for a day or whatever. They're
yes.
like, it's like all of his other like 40-some buddies screaming and running around like,
Hell yeah.
like they didn't say, let's go,
Yeah.
but it had that energy to it. And it's like you could tell they were so excited because he's like the last of them that can do a backflip.
This is not appropriate for a 40-year-old person, but it was like they were yelling zippity doo-dah.
They were over here being like, what was the thing back in the day?
Buffo,
Tubular.
move, Steve.
Yeah.
Tubular.
Yeah, they were over here. Wow. What? What?
Listener, write in.
What
40,
did we
you think they
say?
were?
I think they were 40.
You know that I'm essentially 40.
Yeah, when were you born?
87.
87? Okay. I feel like for 90s it would have been rad. Or it would have been, you know what I mean?
Rad.
There's some, but yeah,
Epic.
But like 40, they were just, I mean, they were saying all kinds of stuff because I think they were genuinely shocked because they seem to actually know this man. So imagine if your least fit friend pulled off a backflip, no run in front of you.
Yeah, no run is crazy.
The fact that they weren't cursing is also like, yeah, I mean, like they weren't like, holy shit. They were like, whoa, buddy. Yeah, I mean, whoa. It was just like a bunch of
I think
dads
that's
and
the
one of
first
them
time
did
I
a
ever
backflip.
heard you curse.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Oh, wow.
You're a very good boy.
Oh, I do my best. Yeah, I mean, I'm out here.
Well, what's news with you, Hank?
News with me. So I have he's about to be 9 years old, a little boy. And one of the cool things about having a little boy is you get to watch as they slowly turn their regular pants into capri pants. Because his legs get longer, but his pants don't. And so we haven't bought new pants in a long time. And I got this little boy who's just like always in capri pants.
That is so cute, first
It
of
is
all.
so good.
They grow very fast.
They do. He grew over an inch in the last 3 months.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And that on a biology level, have you ever really thought about growth? Because I'm stupid. I'm about to sound so dumb.
Yeah.
But like, how are they doing it? How are they making cells between the cells?
Yeah.
To
That's
make
how.
it's just
The cells all make cells between the cells. Yeah.
the
They
cells make
more of
cells between the
themselves.
cells.
Yeah, and then but bones aren't made of cells, but they're made by cells, and so the cells have to make the bones grow.
What do you mean
They
the
have to,
bones aren't made of cells?
The bones are made out of like
Stuff?
collagen and calcium and all this stuff, minerals and collagen all mixed together.
The bones don't have living cells. The bones are
The
rocks.
bones do have living cells in them.
in the marrow.
But like this, like when the body dies, the skeleton stays behind, and it's just like
Right.
it's a hard stuff. It's minerals.
I never even thought of that. It's rocks. The bones are rocks.
Yeah, and you got them in your mouth too.
Matter cannot be created or destroyed, but your body
right.
is making rocks.
It builds rocks. It builds rocks. Living they're innervated. They've got nerves in them. They got blood vessels in them. Like if you break a bone, it bleeds, which is wild. But so it's got to keep those little like cells that make the bone alive inside of you. But they make the bone, and the bone is not living tissue.
You seem totally unfazed by this. Did you know this?
Well, all I knew was that the tissue wasn't doing the same thing as bones. So I didn't know all the technical
Don't
ways
act
to
like you're
put
better
it.
than me.
What you asked me, I was being quiet.
Sometimes I think I'm better than you and I keep it to myself, but then when you ask.
Yeah. If you ask what I'm thinking.
That was a good POV of like the first caveman scientist. Just like
Yeah.
the bones is rocks.
The bones is
The
rocks.
bones is rocks.
There's like wet rocks inside of you.
No, it's true. You're right. I mean, I don't know why I'm saying that. Like you just discovered it.
Yeah.
You're relaying to me very simple information.
Yeah, but they're built by the cells and then they got the marrow inside sometimes where that's like a real core living tissue. In fact,
yeah.
Some crazy stat like I looked into how many calories a human body has recently, which is not the best vibe. But
in an incognito browser, I hope. If I eat this body, how much weight will I gain? What are the macros on this body?
We got to get a real incognito too. Like that, like incognito is fake. And so
you got to turn on the VPN. You got to get in the dark web.
It's more for privacy from myself, incognito.
Yeah,
I don't want to remember where I just was.
You do get to pretend to be a better person in incognito mode.
Right.
Because when you go to regular Google, when you go to Google something and then Google's like, remember what you asked me yesterday?
Yes, exactly.
And you're like, I want to talk about it. And it's like, you don't know how to spell elephant.
That's a hard word, though. Should we go to our reporters?
Let's go to our reporters.
Also, Hank, that was like beautiful.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you so much for talking with us about nerd things. Alex, should we go to our reporters in the field?
We should go to our reporters in the field. Now we're going to take some news from you, our listeners. You can submit your news to 412-679-NEWS, and we'll listen to it and potentially play it on the podcast.
And the patrons of the podcast get priority. Am I correct?
Yes, priority listens. I will listen to yours first. It will, and it has a much higher chance of getting on the program.
But I will say, you are still a better person than people who do not support the Patreon.
Not true. That's look, Patreon is fine.
It's perfect. Patreon is the utopic future that you desire by giving us your money.
This is probably on the wrong track. Patreon is a tool used to help pay Alex and keep the show running.
And we wouldn't be able to have this show without it. And if you don't pay for it, you're a freeloader. You're taking advantage of us.
But at the same time, we appreciate that you're just listening.
You
spend time with us and that you enjoy us talking to you and each other.
Otherwise, how would we advertise to you?
That's an excellent point, Hank. Thank you for being here to listen to our ad. No, Hank is saying it all. The only value that you're providing is your future value.
That's not true at all. All right. We don't want to have a future where everybody is just dollar signs to each other. We want to relax and have a good time. Yeah, we want to relax, have a good time, and have you have a good time listening
without
to
your
us.
money, it's not possible.
This podcast is sponsored by Good Dot Store. It's a charity store where you can go and buy your consumable items, and all the profit goes to charity. And I run it, and you could check it out. And now I did an ad.
Hell yeah. Hank
That's why I do these things. Good Dot Store.
Anyway, we're going to head to you, our listeners. This first story comes from our field reporter.
God bless you.
Ben. And if you want to pause at any moment, Hank, just let me know.
Okay.
Hi, this is Ben. Thank you, Josh and Ashley. I'm reporting from the Crime and Dining Division of What's News with You. Multiple students of mine have been shot at the same restaurant on separate days, in separate weeks. The first student of mine was caught in
Have you been shot? Are you okay?
If you know too many people that have been shot, I assume you've shot those people.
That's how
Especially
it
'cause
works in
he's-
the Wild West.
Because he's
Yeah.
disguising his voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I was
is he a
trying to
ro-
figure out if this was a robot. I think it's his voice.
I think it's just how he
It
talks.
gets
Yeah.
more human as it progresses, but it definitely sounds like an answering machine.
I feel like Alex would be very easy to trick with AI.
yes, yes.
on separate days, in separate weeks. The first student of mine was caught in a drive-by at a local restaurant named Richie's. Several weeks later, another student of mine also showed up in crutches. Both survived, don't worry, while waiting in line
Pause.
at the same restaurant.
I'm still worried.
Yeah. It is crazy that we've established a thing in storytelling, even for comedy, that anything can happen to you and be funny as long as you live.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's like some things are so bad, you're like, nah, this is actually still the
It's
worst.
still bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Up in crutches. Both survived, don't worry, while waiting in line at the same restaurant. I think that the Michelin star needs to consider this place because I do not know of any other restaurant that has food to die for
Oh wow.
as
Oh.
this place does.
Yeah.
Good job. Ben? That's his name?
That's Ben's submission.
Good
yes.
bit, Ben.
Ben, thank you so much.
Excellent reporting.
Also, if you don't mind like a field report follow-up, what type of food is it?
I actually have
do
done
need to
some
know.
independent research and cross-referencing because I wanted some more details. Richie's. It's in a chain in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay.
Richie's Chicken and Soul is
Oh.
the name of the restaurant. I can pull up some images if we want to see it.
Yeah, I'd like
That's
to see
my
it.
guess. I didn't see any recent shooting news.
Yeah. Well, if they lived, maybe they didn't make the news.
I have
Yeah.
to say, can I just congratulate Ohio for out Floridaing Florida? I mean, Ohio has submitted some really incredible news.
That's a very good point.
Ohio has really had a bad time on this podcast.
Yeah.
As far as we
God,
can
I
tell.
want to go to Richie's
Now,
real
the
bad.
the owner of the chain did in April kill himself.
Oh my God. So
How?
that is a third bullet
he
at
owed
Richie's.
a lot of money
Oh.
to I think the government
Oh.
for something bad.
Oh.
Uh,
Maybe that's why people were driving by and shooting at it.
he faced a 3-year sentence for tax evasion.
Oh.
Wait,
evasion
that's all?
charges.
3 years?
I guess so.
No, don't do it.
Well,
Tax evasion.
3 years
Yeah.
is not a long enough sentence to end it all.
Man, tax evasion's too easy to do by accident, I feel like.
Can I tell you right now, tax evasion feels like a setup almost every time, except for the people who know enough about taxes to be like, don't tell them about the boat. Like everyone else who I've ever heard of going down for tax evasion, I'm like, do you mean filling out the form wrong?
Yes, it does.
Because
I'm terrified.
when you start a job, when I used to work at like a grocery store, or I'd have like a whatever, I did some odd jobs where eventually they gave me a form because they were like, oh, we've paid you past a certain amount or whatever. And so in those situations, they're like, do you want to write in 0, 1, or 2?
Yep.
And I'm like, that decision right there is already like on the road to tax evasion.
Yeah, and also like it's like the language, you're like write 0 if the dependent of your dependent is dependent, and you're like, what the fuck does
Yeah.
this even mean?
I think you guys are probably going to be okay. I was recently in a situation where someone actually was like proposed a tax evasion to me. They were like, okay, so if we do this with this money, instead of it going here, it would go here. And then from there, it would go here. Then no one would have to pay taxes on it. And I was like, is that money income? And they were like, well, yeah. And I was like, does income get taxed? And they were like, yes. And I was like, then what you just described to me is
evasion.
evading the tax on the
Yeah.
income.
Yeah.
And they were not a financial planner. They were just a guy.
Well, wait,
and
now I
was
need
like,
to know why you were asking him for financial advice.
I was not asking him for financial advice. I was having him describe something to me that he was up to. that he was doing. And I was like, that is what tax evasion is. And it is the reason people go to jail. And so that like they do a thing to make it look like they don't have income. And then they do have income and they don't pay taxes on their income. That's what tax evasion is.
You know, you have like one of the dodgy creative CPAs when it's as hard to contact them as it is to fill out a tax form. You know, when it's one of those people that's like, call this number, nobody's going to pick up. But in 20 minutes, you will get a call from like an 818 number.
There'll be a Honda Civic parked out back of your apartment, and you could go talk to your CPA.
Yeah.
I bet the taxes in Montana are great.
You know, not particularly. In fact,
really?
I once had a person advise me because I was going to have a windfall, is what they call it. I was selling a company, and they were like, since you're going to sell this company next year, you could live in South Dakota. And I was like, but I live in Montana. And they were like, but you could live in South Dakota. And I was like, so why would I do that? And they're like, because they don't have income tax in South Dakota, or I don't know, or it was Wyoming.
You know what I'm learning? I'm learning you're a really good person. Like, actually. Because my ass would have been in South Dakota.
I also like how there's somebody that was talking to you that like didn't even believe in their own tone.
No,
He
didn't say it like that. He was like, you could set up residency in South Dakota. Here's how you set up residency in South Dakota. Yeah.
Because I still know a few people who like use the air quote when they're being sarcastic or something. I'm like, you don't have to do that. Everybody's grown now. Like now,
we're all adults.
Now I know when someone's like, oh, do you live in South Dakota? I'm like, you said it weird and you did this. I didn't need both.
You don't need big eyes and air quotes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need it when you got a 9-year-old. It becomes really important. Like I was yelling at my mom the other day about the news and and I was sarcastically being a person who thinks that vaccines are bad. And then at the end of it, I had to be like, and by the way, vaccines are good. And all that stuff I just said about.
Well, either you're talking to a 9-year-old or your own audience on the internet.
Yeah, you also got to be careful about that. They will think you're being serious when you're not.
Yes, I run into that problem a fair amount.
Any opinion that can be had will be had.
Hey, real quick, thank you so much for listening, watching the show and everything. If you want your voicemail to be reacted to the way that one just was, all you have to do is hit us up on patreon.com/WNWY. And we will make sure to prioritize your voicemails in episodes.
And it's a great way to keep this podcast going. It supports me and Josh, but not just us, our producer, Alex. It makes this possible. Hank, do you have time for one more call in? I know we've been on. Okay, cool.
All right. This next call comes from an executive producer.
Thank you so much.
This call comes from Hope.
Thanks, Hope.
Thank you, Hope.
Hello. So this is Hope. And what's news with me is I'm pretty sure my dog is a Fed. So for context, my roommate.
I thought it was going to be dying.
Pause. Wow. You could tell Hope really about that life. To call your own dog a Fed, to be like, hey, narc. No,
there are dogs that are Feds.
No, sure.
They're Fed dogs.
But I just mean like the fact that because a lot of people, as evidenced by like going to a dog park, think their dog can do no wrong, even when their dog is literally biting another dog's head off. So the fact that Hope is out here with her own dog being like, you're not fooling anybody with that little woof woof routine. Like, I know you up to something.
Have you guys ever got knocked on by a dog at an airport?
No, I wish.
I did. I was coming home from overseas, and I had a tomato in my bag. And this little corgi comes up to my bag and is like, "You got a tomato in there." And I was like,
corgi?
I guess I don't know if it was some little dog. It was some. I don't think it was.
It was the police, or was it like somebody else's dog?
No,
trying to get in your
it was
pocket?
an official government dog.
I thought they had to be German Shepherds.
You can't. No, this was like I think it was a beagle. It was like it was a specifically. Beagle. It was an agricultural, like the USDA dog that was like, you cannot bring foreign tomatoes into this country.
That's so cute.
I know it was very cute.
Also, the fact that it was a tomato, I really thought it was going to be weed, and you said tomato, and I was like, that's adorable.
It was genuinely the most wholesome version of the story we thought you were telling.
Yeah. A smuggling of a tomato.
Yeah, it's like if somebody told us about being a drug dealer, and they were like, I gave my grandma an aspirin.
Not my heirloom tomato.
Yeah. Tomato in your pocket as well. Are you?
Is that a tomato in your pocket, or are you a drug dealer?
It was in my bag.
Are you like? Oh, okay, your bag. Got you. My bad. I thought you said pocket, and pocket makes it so much funnier because growing up, I knew people who were like pocket food people.
Yeah.
And as somebody that's pocket food, that's a different lifestyle. You could tell that somebody was going to be all right as an adult, or maybe not all right, but they were taking life one day at a time when they would reach in their pocket and pull out a bunch of loose candy. I'm like, oh, okay, you
rapper or no rapper?
Absolutely no rap. I'm talking about they poured the Skittles from the bag to the pocket.
Yeah.
Like Napoleon Dynamite with the tater tots in there.
Yeah.
Tomato, I think, is okay in the pocket.
One time a kid had cheese.
You had cheese?
No, I didn't have cheese. This kid I went to school with had cheese in his pocket.
Oh.
Pulled the cheese out. No.
Baby Bell?
It was a slice of cheese, like a.
That's fucked up.
Like a Kraft American single?
No. Like almost. It was the shape of a slice of brie, but it wasn't brie. It was like a manchego or something like that.
A wedge.
My bad. There is a word for what I've been trying to say the past 45 seconds. He had a wedge of cheese and then pulled out the wedge and took a bite in front of everybody. Fearless. Fearless.
Shall we continue?
Okay.
Yes.
And what's news with me is I'm pretty sure my dog is a Fed. So for context, my roommate had mentioned that she believed that my dog could tell when she drank alcohol or decided to smoke weed. And when she mentioned it, I kind of thought it was funny. I had noticed that when I came home and had been smoking, he would smell my bag, but I just figured, the bag is loud and he can smell it. However, I started to notice that after I would go out and smoke, he would come in and sniff my breath and give kind of a judgmental huff, like a and walk away. I also noticed that if I decided to have a drink at home, he would sniff the glass, and if it did have alcohol, he would kind of walk away like he was disappointed in me. So I just think it's kind of funny because apparently my dog has missed his calling as a TSA agent. And not only can he tell when I or my roommate have imbibed, but he also is very judgmental about it. So my dog is a Fed and apparently a judgmental parent and babysitter. That's what's news with me. Hope you're all having a great day.
You guys riff. Fulton just threw up. So I'm going to take care of that.
Okay.
Sorry, Fulton. Sorry, buddy. I mean, this dog really just doing the most dog things. Wait, is this a picture of the dog?
This is the dog.
I think this dog, from what I can tell, this is not how Feds behave. This dog is like a 90s straight edge kid.
Yeah. You can tell from the sweater he's wearing. It's very like a sitcom. He's like a so not like a straight edge punk, but like a Christian youth leader. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. This dog
he does not like it when you're messing with the body that God gave you. You're supposed to have the sensations that Jesus says you should have and not add any new ones with unnatural stuff.
You know how sometimes dogs will fall? Like if they get up a little too fast and then they like fall to the side or whatever. This dog looks like it rolled off of a couch and fell out. Leave it to Beaver.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not first of all, it's small. Already a small dog is a little nosy in my opinion anyway.
Yes.
I've known plenty of small dogs that really need to start minding their business. So it is fed behavior, but I don't think this dog's a fed.
Oh yeah, I think this dog's like a judgmental Christian kid.
Yes. Honestly, Alex, can you just send him the picture?
Have I got it? Did I get it without even looking at this dog?
You've got it without looking at the dog.
Oh, what a cutie. What a cute little dog.
Yeah, snitch.
It's wearing a sweater. It does look like the type of dog that would snitch on you. She does kind of have a haircut of like a Midwestern mom that you see what I'm saying?
Yep.
A little bit like like, oh, haven't you had enough already?
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna have another one.
Yeah, the type of person that doesn't tell you not to drink more, but they're like, oh, one more.
Yeah, exactly. So we just sent it to you now through the magic of the internet.
Okay.
Apologies that I couldn't share it live.
It is kind of annoying that Riverside doesn't have a feature to do that.
It does, but for whatever reason, it said this browser isn't supported.
Oh.
This is a producer fail. This is a comments
Alex,
rip into
do
me.
better.
Comments rip into me.
Listener,
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm looking at this dog now. Why do you give a shit about what it thinks?
great take.
You know, I could tell this dog's got a lot of thoughts about me, but I don't fucking care. Fuck this dog.
Yeah. You know how this dog votes.
Hope, don't even listen to this fucking dog. This dog's a loser.
Yeah, Hope, you're cooler than the dog.
You're cooler than the dog.
This dog wishes it was cool, but will never be.
This dog is taking out some of its own problems on you.
Mhm.
Yeah, for real.
This dog just uses religion as a means to make it better than other dogs and people.
This dog wishes. It is kind of funny because we are roasting the dog that I'm sure Hope loves. Like it is like we're trying to be like,
send us your dogs, everybody. We'll roast your pets.
Yeah, we'll roast the dogs.
Yeah. It's like when you go in a little too hard on somebody's boyfriend. They're like, oh, but I do like care about him.
Nah, this guy sucks.
Nah, he sucks.
Yeah,
he
like
sucks.
my wife can say stuff about her mom, but I can't.
I actually have never seen a dog I didn't like until this dog, Hope.
Damn.
This dog has a fucking stick up its ass.
Yeah.
Brutal.
This dog's a
if
loser.
you could swap that dog's kidneys with your cat, would you do it?
Yeah, I think I would. But purely only to kill that dog. Okay, sorry. That was too much. That was
Please remain a patron, Hope.
You know what?
Please.
That was too much.
I really
thank you for being a patron. I hope your dog dies.
No. We do not condone the words of Ashley.
Well, Hank, thank you so much.
Yeah,
you were
It
a
was a great
phenomenal
time.
guest anchor.
Yeah, we hope you had a great time. We appreciate you.
My cheeks hurt. I want to do it again sometime.
Please. Thank you so much. Like,
Is there anything you'd like to plug, Hank?
I already did it. Good.store. Good.store. It's a place where you could buy socks, you could buy coffee, you could buy tea, you could buy soap, you could buy eco-friendly cleaning products, and all the profit goes to charity. Check it out.
that's so awesome. Also, I just love that you're listing things.
Yeah, those are some of the things that exist. You could buy a bus, you could buy the kidney of a dog, you could buy empty soda cans.
Well, awesome.
Yeah, thank
This
you
was
so
really
much.
great.
And so great to meet you. I know I should be talking to this one, but I'm closer to this one.
Yeah, I hear it. It was really great to meet you guys too. If you ever come to Missoula, let me know.